Ladies, ready to get to it?
Yeah. I guess I'm good to go whenever. How about you, Tifa?
4 guys between us. Okay, let's not keep Cloud waiting.
Right.
Wait. I know you. The Colosseum!
Get down!
Don't, you stupid! Wait!
Hello everyone, DMFF here, and today we're going over a brand new modern deck that I like to call Aerith Throws Infinite Chairs, which is an infinite combo deck based on the new card Aerith Gainsborough. We'll get right into the main combo of the deck. It requires Agatha's Soul Cauldron, Aerith Gainsborough, and Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista needs to be in the graveyard, with Agatha's Soul Cauldron and Aerith Gainsborough on the field. Activate the Soul Cauldron, exiling the Walking Ballista, putting the +1/+1 counter on Aerith. Now that it has a +1/+1 counter, it has Walking Ballista's activated abilities, due to the Soul Cauldron. Activate the Ballista's ability to remove one +1/+1 counter from Aerith to do 1 damage to any target. Aerith has lifelink. You will gain 1 life, which triggers her effect to give her another +1/+1 counter. Repeat steps 2 and 3 infinitely. Aerith's +1/+1 counters are actually just chairs, and she's going to throw all of them. There is some backup infinite combos to be able to combo off and win the game in this deck. Hyliad Sun Crown with Walking Ballista on the field with at least 2 +1/+1 counters is also an infinite combo if you are able to give that Walking Ballista lifelink with Hyliad. Finally, if you have already exiled your Walking Ballista with Agatha's Soul Cauldron and have Hyliad on the field, all you need is another creature to give lifelink to and a +1/+1 counter to with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. That is also an infinite combo. The best of these 3 combos is the Aerith combo, as it can be performed by turn 3. While the Hyliad combo has less moving parts, it requires more mana to be able to get off. Due to all the combo pieces being permanents in this deck, this is kind of a permanence matters deck, with very few instant and sorceries to be found. For this reason, we are running 4 copies of Malevolent Rumble, an excellent card to be able to allow us to dig through our library more deeply than other cards, and puts these permanents in the graveyard for later use. Plus, you also create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi Spawn token that can be sacrificed to give you 1 colorless mana, helping you ramp early. We additionally run 2 copies of Nature's Rhythm, a card that's kind of an in-between between Green Sun Zenith and Chord of Calling. We can use this to search for any of our creature combo pieces. Some further consistency and a threat within itself, if it can get going, is Fiend Artisan. This card can tutor up any of our creatures for our combo. It itself can also win games if we are completely shut down. The cards that we have to be able to utilize cards from the graveyard would be Tyvar Jubilant Brawler and Cosmic Rebirth, which are both excellent in this deck. Now, let's talk about protection. Just like in that opening clip, Aerith has Tifa there to be able to protect her to allow her to smack that guy with the chair. Same here. Firstly, we have Delighted Halfling, which is a mana dork that can have the ability to make our stuff that is legendary uncounterable. This works on Aerith, and it also works on our Agatha's Soul Cauldron and even some of our Planeswalkers. Excellent card in this deck. Then we have a trio of creatures that help protect us in various ways. Giver of Runes can help protect our creatures on board, giving them protection from colorless or the color of our choice. Crystal Barricade will give us hexproof and can prevent non-combat damage, that would be dealt to other creatures. And Voice of Victory, which makes it so that our opponents can't cast spells during our turn. Finally, for some form of removal, if we absolutely have to get rid of some kind of threat on the field, we are running 4 Static Prisons. We aren't looking to be playing the long game. So Static Prison leaving the battlefield in 2 turns really isn't that big of a deal for us. Finally, let's get on to the land base. We have 2 Revitalizing Riposte, which flips over to Growth Grove, and we have 1 Witch Enchanter, which flips over to Witch Blessed Meadow. These are great at any stage of the game. Next we have our fetch lands. We are running 4 Windswept Heath, 2 Verdant Catacombs. Shock lands are 2 Temple Garden, 1 Overgrown Tomb, and 1 Godless Shrine. Horizon Canopy for draw power. Shifting Woodland to be able to combo off with it if needed. 1 of each Boseiju. Boseiju who endures, being able to knock out enchantments and artifacts, and Boseiju who shelters all is there to be able to make sure our instants and sorceries that we do run do not get countered. 1 Dryad Arbor to be able to have a creature on a land without paying anything extra for it. And finally, 2 Forest, 1 Plains, and 1 Swamp. Finally, we have Karn the Great Creator to be able to search our sideboard for anything we may need in a given moment. Speaking of sideboard, let's get into that. In the sideboard, we have 3 Crystal Barricade, 1 Haywire Might, 3 Voice of Victory, and 1 Walking Ballista for the creatures in our sideboard. We have, for artifacts, 1 Agatha's Soul Cauldron to be able to fetch with Karn, and 2 Damping Sphere. Enchantments, we have 2 Deafening Silence, which is a great way to be able to hinder our opponents while playing on curve. Finally, we have 2 Grice the Hunger Tide, which is just a very solid planeswalker creature that can be cheated out with Nature's Rhythm. This can be utilized as a great backup win condition in the right circumstances on games 2 and 3. So that's the deck. Aerith is going to throw those infinite chairs at everybody. Materia? No. We only use chairs here, sir. Aerith Gainsborough. Probably. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's deck. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, ding that bell if you would like, and if you want to support me further, check me out on Patreon. The link to that is in the description down below. Thank you to KML3170. My 1 VIP DMFFer. Finally, if you want to take a look at the deck list itself, the link for that is also in the description. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.